So digital marketing is basically the science and art of finding, attracting, and converting leads online. So the first term we have is SEO, search engine optimization, which is the science of making sure your website appears in Google. When I talk about AdWords, then I mean the ads that are on Google. So if you type in a term, you're usually going to find that a few search results have a tiny little icon called ads. And this is the advertising system of Google called AdWords. And the similar thing is true for Facebook. So Facebook ads are those sponsored posts that show up in your newsfeed. The other term that is really important for us is CRO, conversion rate optimization. GA is Google Analytics. And then my favorite term of all is conversion, which is user reaching your web goal. And
the important part here is which keywords are you optimizing for? So what a keyword is, I'm pretty sure most of you will know, but I'll just clarify that a bit. Someone types in plastic surgery Brisbane. Okay, this is a keyword when someone types it into Google. So what you want to know is which keywords is your company optimizing for, and it needs to make sense. It needs to pass your credibility check, because if they're optimizing for plastic surgery Sydney, plastic surgery Melbourne, and you're only based in Brisbane, then you have a problem. So you need to clarify with them what they're doing and why they're doing what they're doing. Generally, a lot of SEO companies tend to have a very long list of keywords. It's very confusing. You want to get them to refine it down to about 10 to 20 keywords that are very specific.
Is you need to be on page 1 of Google. Yeah. Like no one really goes on page 2, 3, 4, and after that you're completely lost in the ether. So yes, a ranking of 20 looks kind of good, but realistically people are still not finding you. So you really want to make sure you're ending up on page 1 in the top positions.
And that's kind of what we're saying. A lot of SEO companies out there will give you a list of like 200 keywords, and you might be ranking position 60 and then move you down to position 20. And it looks amazing. It's all these green arrows, and there's been a movement of 40 positions. But those 40 positions are irrelevant because you're still not on page 1. You're better off focusing on 10 or 20 keywords and then pushing those all the way to the top of 1. That's where the truth is. So that's really important that you understand that together. Content just means creating content on a blog and putting keywords into that content, and then obviously linking back to specific pages. On-page SEO is like improving the page, a specific page on the website by putting keywords in the page title, meta description, and inside the content as well. And this is what we primarily focus on, because this is the technique that we use. Okay, yeah. So backlink is when someone on another website on the internet links back to your website. It's like a popularity vote. So the more backlinks you have, the more popular your website is in Google. And the more cool kids, if I say it, cool kids, like let's just say you get a link from the Australian or a nice, a good, publication, that's going to have more value than a link from, someone's blog. So the more better quality links that you have, and the more of them, the more popular you are in Google's eyes. However, the other side of that is a lot of people out there are doing kind of shady techniques with backlinks. If you might have received those emails from Indian SEO companies telling you they can give you SEO and all these kinds of things. Now, the 99% of those companies are offering very, very bad quality links that can actually damage your website. But from what I can see, a lot of websites out there aren't really made for conversions. They're not really.
So the good ones are made to like drive conversions, and the poor ones are just like information everywhere. There's no purpose.
Exactly, because what it comes down to, and your website is just a tool that's supposed to help you convert. If people cannot find the contact us, if people cannot find what they're looking for, if people are not contacting you, your website can be very pretty, but it's not doing its job. That the visitors can actually find what they're looking for. And again, in your case, that's going to be call now or contact us. And
so every single page needs to drive action.
Exactly. Drive action, and this is what we call to action. Yep. So every page on your website should have one call to action. Like, what is it that we want the user to do? Do we want them to click on the next page? Do we want them to fill out the contact form? When going to your own website and reading through a page, ask yourself, is it clear what we want the user to do? And this should be the most outstanding and visual element on your page, should be your call to action. So we use marketing, we use your website, we use Google, and we use Facebook ads to give people that first touch point with your practice. So they're starting to learn that you exist, they're starting to become interested, and they might consider you as their surgeon of choice. So what you want to figure out, what is that one action that I want people to do on my website that's actually going to bring me revenue? And for most of you, that's going to be people to send in contact inquiry or calling you. This is ultimately what you want them to do. Everything you're doing in your digital marketing should be focused on lead generation and bringing new customers to the business. So the pricing thing is, when we're talking about conversion, email is still the most converting sales channel. Like, even if you think having a social media follower and all that is great, the chance of them converting from an email is the highest.
I see.
Email is still a trusted form of communication. And again, especially with the product that you're offering, you want to communicate with in a trusted source of communication. So yeah, what's your email database? Like, do you have all your customers in an email database? Are you collecting emails on your website? And are you sending them a regular email newsletter? With email, the same thing is true as for everything. Just measure what is happening. Sending an email to 5,000 people and not knowing how many people are opening it or how many people are reading it or clicking it, it's losing potential. If people don't open your email, you probably haven't written them in a long time, or your email title is really unappealing. And if people read your email but never click, you're probably missing a call to action, or the information you're sending them is not relevant. So yeah, make sure, especially that your previous clients are in an email list and you're reaching out to them, make sure to build an email list for prospective clients. And especially now that most of you said they're getting clients from referrals, if you can stay in touch with clients that have been working with you before, there's a higher chance that they're actually going to recommend them to their friends, family, and colleagues. The first thing to realize is you're not using your email for advertising in phase one. What you really want to provide with your email is information and something that people want. To stand out, first of all, with your subject line. The subject line is going to decide whether or not people are going to open your email. And then really providing information.